Discovery, roger. Go for deploy.
2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Let me see.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Toon Talk 2.0. As always, I'm your co-host Jake with the ever. How would I describe you?
Be nice, you motherfucker. Be nice.
The ever effervescent. The ever. Well, are you wearing pants today?
No, actually, I'm wearing shorts. And welcome everyone from Toon Talk. Welcome everyone to Toon Talk 2.0. My name is Virus Vox. Here with my co-host Jake Boger. And before we jump to any stupid resources or any stupid comments, I'm really excited because I got one of my favorite bands as a guest. And I say I because Jake didn't do shit as always. He's just there in his pretty chair, pretending that he works, right?
Yeah, I totally didn't set up the stream and make the thumbnail in 5 minutes.
You see, a real man
monitor
take
the
it.
comments.
A real man take it. A bitch complains. You know what? Fuck you, Jake. Anyway.
What did you do today? Actually, don't answer that. I know you did a lot today. That was stupid. Anyway.
I touched myself 3 times. You know how hard it is at my age? 3 times. To be honest with the audience, I just finished twice. But at least I enjoyed 3 times.
You went for 3, but you just didn't have it in you.
I mean, there's some time in your life that dust counts as 1, right? So, you know, like you get powder and go, but it works. Dust. Yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm gonna jump straight to it. We have one of my favorite bands in the whole world. Giant Sleeper is in the house. Woo!
Yep.
What's up?
What's going on?
So you got the main core of the band. Of course, nobody cares about bass players, so fuck them. Drummers, they're as simple as press a hold button.
Exactly.
So we just got the important part of the band. No, I'm just kidding.
The brains.
the brains, the creative geniuses behind the band. How are you guys?
Yes.
So I'm
Well.
I'm assuming that means we have the lead singer and lead guitar.
We got the 2 guitar players and singer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you said the the brains behind the band, I just assumed.
Remember we talk about this, Jake, when we present the guests, we need to shut the fuck up. We talk about this, buddy.
We did?
Yeah, we did that. If not, we just did. So here we go again. Welcome, Giant Sleeper.
It's nice to be here. It's nice to be here.
Let me tell you something about these guys, audience. For all the people that are listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, thank you for being our listeners. For the few ones that look at us at YouTube, well, fuck you. You are not enough. Let's go back to the people on Spotify and iHeartRadio. These guys, I got the lucky, if I can say, to work with his drummer in a couple of tracks. The guy's an amazing drummer, and it was really hard because the music that these guys plays is not for the masses stupidly, right? Because it's supposed to be like that. Why? Because they take metal progressive rock. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. It's like a metal prog band.
Yeah, it's if you're a little bit sick in the head, you're gonna love it. Yeah, sure.
That's why you're one of my favorite bands. You just freaking nail it. So I got the chance to work with Horatio, the drummer, for Again and Forever. He's doing the tracks for the new album, and he told me about his band, right? And I was expecting, when you meet a new musician, you don't know what's going to happen. They told you, hey, I got my own project. And you go over there hoping that doesn't fucking suck, right? But actually, it's a really great surprise. Then I start listening to one track, and I'm waiting for the new album, right? And then I listen to the new album, and that's it, man. Every morning I listen to your album, every fucking morning. Man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That means a lot.
Let's be clear. Know when I'm touching myself, all right? This is not a touch yourself album. Well, it could be, but
you're not setting the mood.
Depends.
The thing is, you have so many time changes that you will have to follow the time.
It will. Yeah, that could become kind of like a game.
No, but it's it's a skill issue. It sounds
That
like a
makes
skill
it.
issue. Sorry to
Yeah,
say.
that makes it feel like a stranger virus.
I think that we just discovered the new game. Touch yourself with Giant Sleeper.
Touch yourself with odd time signatures, the Giant Sleeper. Yeah, listen
Yeah.
to the album.
That's
Terrible.
that'll get those numbers up for sure.
Well, for sure, if everyone in the world touched themselves once with you guys, you will pass a stupid music like Mexican corridos and Taylor Swift.
And the stipulation is if you fuck up the time, you have to start over.
Yeah, that's a lot of restarts.
Yeah, but
we just made you guys famous.
Imagine all the commitment that you need to give to that, because bro, all the time changes are fantastic. But if everyone needs to start again every time they mess up the perfect time that these guys have, every room in the world will be like a Jackson Pollock, bro. Paint.
Like the South Park episode.
Yeah, like a South Park episode. But we need to do this for the fans and for the followers. I know you guys upside down. I mean, this is the first time that we talk in person or online. Yeah. But I've been following everything about you. I'm the crazy guy that goes like everything, right, in the profiles.
Nice.
Like a fucking stalker.
Perfect.
But why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves? And we will shut the fuck up. I promise.
All right. It's okay. You can ask questions in the middle of our speech. But well,
what time is it in Costa Rica? I'm just fucking with you.
It's like it's what, like 5? No, it's 6 something, 6:15, 16.
And now you realize why you changed the time so much, because he gets confused every 2 seconds with the time.
Yep, I don't. It's just I'm using my phone for this, so it's 6:07 right now.
There you go. I'm just fucking with you, man. Go ahead, please introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Jose. I'm the guitar player, and this is Massimo. He's the other guitar player, and he also sings.
I make everything.
He makes everything.
I do the whole thing. I'm the guy that's, fucked in the head. So I give the guys all the music and all the things so that they just perform and, chill while I'm all controlling and all OCD on top of their heads.
I've been trying to fight that a little bit and trying to fight for the position for composer or like co-composer and try to make my own songs as well in the band, but it's hard, man. Like I try to make one song, he's already popping out like 3 or 4. So it's like,
so let's walk somewhere else.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna move spots because it's starting to get crowdy.
It's okay. But, well, you're famous.
So right now we're standing outside the National Auditorium here in downtown San Jose, Costa Rica.
Win some awards
because there's an award show tonight, like a national music award show tonight, and we've been nominated for like best prog single, stuff like that, I think.
Yep. Congratulations.
I think he has actually 2 nominations. Like he has the one for the prog single, he has one for another song on the album for best arranger, which was
fantastic, man.
Which was a surprise because
it's very surprising for a country like Costa Rica that there's not a lot of, crazy prog, or the market is usually pretty small for like these type of bands and ideas. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see, some recognition, some people noticing, that it takes a little bit of, effort. It takes, resources to try to build something like that. But yeah, we're a prog rock metal band fusion from Costa Rica, and you can try to touch yourself to our music, but it'll be tough.
It'll be tough, but it'll be pleasurable. It'll be pleasurable for sure.
So guys, how long you been playing together as a band?
What, like 8 years?
Like 8
or 7 years.
Like ever since I've known him, I guess it's as a band since like 2018, I guess would be like our first show with the 4 full members. And then the first EP came out 2019, and then the pandemic came, and then we started composing this album. So that's about a very like Spark Notes summary of the band.
Yeah, it's been a fruitful relationship.
Yeah, we're all still together. It's like
that's tough, man.
It's tough,
Just in my last album, I fired 4 people in 2 months. So now I know why you got nominations. Maybe you're more patient than me. So I really congratulate you on that.
That is interesting, Virus. A lot of, I think if you're in music, I think that, but a lot of people don't realize, you know, you have your bands that hit it big. Like the first one that comes to mind is a band like Disturbed. A lot of people don't know that they replaced their bass player after their second album, I believe. I
Yeah.
mean, this is fairly commonplace to have bands that stay together for literal decades, you know, like Rammstein or Guns N' Roses, unless I didn't know that somebody got kicked out of Guns N' Roses or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, they fired their first drummer after the first album, but yeah.
Oh, but okay,
It's
so yeah,
unexpected.
yeah.
It's
But
kind of weird. Yeah, one would think that it's more about how good of a player you are, but it's like 1,000 times more about how good of friends you are with people, because you can always grow as musicians and you can always, you know, figure out weird shit and weird ideas. But if you're not friends, like you're gonna kick people out every, you know, couple
Yeah.
of days.
Yeah.
it's
Like the
I'm-
commitment,
yeah.
gotta be there. It's like being business partners. Like everybody's also everybody has to like pitch in, like money wise as well, for like all the projects and everything that has to be like all the music videos that you film, all the pictures that you take, like all the business endeavors that you get into. You have to all sit down and agree, like, is this something that you want to get paid for, or is this something you want to put down money for and like commit to it as a business partner? So either I've seen bands here in Costa Rica that they fire, I don't know, like their drummer just doesn't want to pitch in, doesn't want to do anything, just wants to play the gigs and doesn't want to do anything else. So they naturally just get rid of the guy and then they just hire the one session drummer for the gigs and for recording, and that's it.
Which is possibly Horacio.
Which in most cases turns out to be Horacio. Horacio is the one that gets hired in all those bands. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or either him or his studio
he
gets
plays
hired.
with me. No, he plays with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I understand. But let me tell you something. The guys that were in my band, they don't even care about the money because they're famous rock stars in Mexico. They didn't want to post on social media or made a podcast or just what I need to tag myself into it. So you're right. It's about the chemistry of and the dynamics of the human beings.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that,
100%.
it's so complicated. In my first band, the one that I became a professional singer, right? That one that I first tour in Mexico and some parts in the States. And we changed they make fun of me, but we changed the whole members from day one to the last day of that band 67 times.
Holy shit.
Because the thing is, people don't want to do things. They just want to be superstars without the hard work. They don't want to rehearse every fucking day. If you're not getting together every day, you need to rehearse by yourself. You need to take classes. Like you say, money commitment. You need to understand that the band comes before the girlfriend, right? Or the kid. And as soon as you get married and start getting kids, it's so complicated. So yeah, I remember that. Thanks God, now I work with Horatio and all they don't say the brand because they don't pay us for it, but the people he works with.
Yeah, we know them.
All that people. I'm finishing an amazing album, right?
Yeah.
Cheaper, faster, and nobody complains.
Yeah.
But when I listen to your album, guys, it's so. I've always been a progressive guy, obviously, and a metalhead. Yeah. Even I have my mistakes in life. I started in a boy band. Yes, sorry. And then in a pop band. Well, you need to pay. I didn't have to pay the bills. It was the opportunity there. Somebody invite you to be in a boy band. You're there when they're 12, right? But fuck it. The point is that when I listen to your band, I listen to a lot of factors of other bands that I love, but nobody had the guts to put it together. And that's what I love about you guys. Because we can go deep, we can go commercial and say Rush, right? We can go deep and say, I don't know, Dream Theater, right? Or we can go really deep and listen to the polyrhythm of Meshuggah. But you guys put everything together in a blender that happens to be a good shake. Sometimes you put everything in a blender and tastes like shit, right?
Thank God.
So,
Probably.
And I gotta be honest, when I start listening to you guys, I'm like, shit, I need somebody to sing. I need more voices, right? I want to sing to the song. And then Massimo, start singing. I go like, how the fuck you have that voice, dude? It was totally unexpected. I needed to see a video of you guys from your tour in Mexico to realize that you were the singer. I thought it was somebody, a guest, right? As a guest. But no, you guys are so on point. delivering the structure of everything.
Thank you so much.
I'm not amazed that you are getting nominated, and I really think that this is just the beginning for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, you keep that free spirit of conquer, right? I think you're gonna do amazing. But how you guys met? Tell all the audience how you guys met.
It's funny. It's funny. I've always been the tortured artist in my room, and being all alone and having like songs to compose and nobody to share them with. And so I had friends that I shared my songs to with that really didn't understand the prog thing, but they liked it because it sounded cool and it was weird. But there was a friend of mine that went to school with this guy. And then he was like, you got to listen to my friend's music, dude. It's so weird. Check it out. I know you like the weird shit too. And this guy, I think at the moment he was doing like a Dream Theater cover band kind of thing. But yeah, there wasn't anything, at least here in Costa Rica, like, similar. Anyone doing like original music that sounded like that. And so I was like, holy shit, this thing is actually kind of cool. So, we met and then we got together and then he saw that I was real and not, an AI thing. And we started jamming and we started, putting together the songs. And this guy, I don't remember from where you knew Horacio.
Horacio. Well, I know Horacio from my Dream Theater cover band, actually. Me and Horacio go way back. We go like 2013 back. Like we know each other since more than 10 years ago because we put together a Dream Theater cover band when we were like 19 or something. And we had played a few gigs of those. I think Massimo even showed up to a few of those before even knowing each other. And then when I heard this guy's music, I was like, shit, there's like a Misha Mansour guy here in Costa Rica. Like he does everything. He does like guitars, bass, drums, like MIDI drums, MIDI bass, real guitars, like sick instrumentals. Like I was fuck. And it had all that. It had that heavy metal like aesthetic. And like even the mixing was like on point. Everything was on point. So I was like, I have to know who this guy is. And then when I knew him, I was like, I have to show Horacio who this guy is because we've been meaning to put an original music band together for like years. And then I showed Horacio, and Horacio obviously went nuts as well. And then we put the band together. Yeah, that's what I told you that people would say, come over and say hi. And then
that's fine. I mean, I'm really grateful that you're taking the space before an event like this. That's something that doesn't happen too often, guys. And that's where I know that you're getting super successful, but you're gonna be more because you're still not losing the human touch.
Oh,
and
no,
every
never.
Rockstar look that shit. So, Horacio, what a machine of a guy, right? I tried like
crazy
for this album. I tried like, I'm not kidding, guys, like 20 drummers that they couldn't before outside where he works, and that they couldn't. And I remember I met with him to make a cover. I don't remember which one it was. Oh yeah, I can't say it for the record label of the album that we're doing. A really complicated cover. And I told him, "Did you like Meshuggah?" And his eyes bright.
Yes,
he like,
yes,
yeah.
He does.
I go like,
he loves it.
And he started playing. I said, "Just jam a bit. Don't worry about it." And he started jamming, right? And I go like, "Man, you remind me a lot of my favorite drummer." And he's like, "Who?" I go like, "The Rev, Sullivan from Against."
The Rev from Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. He's like, "Are you serious?" I go like, "Yeah." I say, "You ready to record?" And he recorded the track in one shot.
Yep.
6 minutes. I go like,
that's our boy.
Marry me, dude? If I were in that side of the spectrum, I will marry him just for my babies to be on point, bro. Seriously, dude, it's amazing. And it's something that is really good to talk about him is that he doesn't complain, at least with me, right? He just perform, do his job, charge his money, and get the fuck out. And that's a beautiful thing about a musician.
Yep,
right?
He loves that. He loves that dynamic.
His dynamic is good.
He's been that way ever since I've known him. Like ever since we know each other, and like when we were like in our early 20s, he's been like saving up to get like an even better interface, to get like more drum mics, and then he got a loan from the bank and built a better studio, and then he built an even better studio, and then he built an even better studio, and then he started working with sessions here in Costa Rica, and then he got into working as a session drummer internationally as well.
Yeah,
it's a blessing.
Yeah, it's just
it's a true blessing to have him.
Blessing to have him in the band I think it's like
Did-
a life hack because I got him when we were kids.
Ah,
Because now he's way too successful and famous to just join a band
Yeah,
and
no,
pitch in and become an
We-
associate and stuff like that.
but
Like,
we're gonna keep it in Giant Sleeper. I promise you that.
yes,
This will pay
hopefully,
the
hopefully
bills.
he's
So
like-
Giant Sleeper, keep going on because I really love your band, guys.
Thank you
But,
so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot to get recognized for our 3-4 year long efforts.
Yeah, for us, it's crazy. There's one tracking specifically. I suck with names. Everybody knows that grudge. We got to-
Grudge
the grudge
Grudge
process.
process.
fuck man.
The ugliest one.
Yeah, those
I
are the ugly
love
songs.
that fucking song. For people to know, ugliest means amazing, dude. So that song
Yeah.
is so fucking good. I still haven't decided if the first part of the second part is my favorite. I haven't decided yet. I would love to just,
Can
you know what? I'm gonna put it together in a studio and just listen to it completely, bro. Like the whole thing. I don't care.
You can. It makes more sense if you do it like that way. But I was gonna ask, can you hear like the references of like in the second part? You can hear references from the first part.
Yeah, of course. The guitar it totally marks the references. And you know what? Of course, everybody gonna compare you to Dream Theater if they don't know music, right? As we do. But that's not a bad thing at all.
It's a
man.
compliment,
There's people
yeah.
that is getting compared with Maluma, so that's
Yeah.
kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you sound
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Maluma. That's like fucked up, right? So everybody knows that if you were a fan of the podcast, everybody knows that I hate. Let me say it serious. I hate Bad Bunny. If I saw him in the street, I can kick his ass just to get sued by him to pee on his fucking suit. But either way,
Amazing, man.
Tell us how you really feel.
Perdón, man. Sorry.
no, that's
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry about that.
So the understanding, and I'm going to a point with this, when you have such a bad product, I'm not saying he as a person, he must be a hard worker and he might be dedicated and he probably sucked cock really good, but I don't give a fuck about him. But when you see
There's Virus Vox.
thank you. This is an adult podcast, so I don't care. So when you hear that and you know that you're doing real music with real analysis and real feeling, what will you expect for the people to react to overcome that lack of knowledge of listening to bullshit music and start listening to bands like you? What you can tell the audience, not your fans.
It's interesting because it's kind of on purpose the way the composition is made, because if you listen already to prog, you're already used to listening to to the 8-9 minute songs that have several parts and everything. But the interesting part about Giant Sleeper is that it has a lot of elements that are very listenable, are like kind of, it's not that hard to swallow. It has clean vocals, it has very melodic parts, and there's been some instances in our country where people that don't like prog come to our shows and they're like, shit, that wasn't horrible. I was prepared to be scared. My boyfriend brought me to this shitty concert.
Yeah, exactly.
And it fucking sucks and I'm so bored. But then they come out of the show and they're like, shit, I mean, I remember some of the songs. That's key. It's important to have, the cool, shreddy parts, but also, you have to take something home with you, right? And that's a piece of I would say regular music that is not that usual in prog. It's a lot of jerking off sometimes, and it's important to remember that you're making music also, right? That it's not just about.
I got a great manager in the past, the one that actually made me successful in Spain, that he told me the fame and the money and the girls are for you, the music is for the people. And that's when my whole perspective changed, because I always wanted to do things for myself. And when I listen to you guys, I can feel a great combination of what you guys love, but that I'm going to trademark everyone. Trademark notice. New prog. You guys play new prog. New prog is what you guys play, because you're right. This fusion of everything is fantastic. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit more about your influences, but you mentioned John Mayer in every one of your posts, Massimo. It's like you really love the guy.
I love him. He's so underrated, and it's like being fan. I don't know if anyone here is fan of Rick and Morty, But I think the people that like Rick and Morty are usually like kind of like, actually you should be da 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 da, and it's very like that. But there are certain aspects of it that are actually genuinely very good. So there's a lot of John Mayer is very like detestable, but once you sit down and you analyze everything about the guy, is a very genius kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I learned to sing with his songs. So I have a very
That's-
deep, like, emotional thing with the guy. But my guitar playing was like Steve Vai, like since I was like 12, 13. So that's part of like where everything, that's part of the mix. That's why it sounds so interesting.
I think that's the hack. I think that's the hack. Like you hear all these heavy riffs and you hear like the constant drum solo that are all the songs, but when the vocals come in, it's like this bluesy, gospelish kind of vocal melody that you hear, and it's like, yeah, it's because Massimo loves John Mayer. And when I tell people that, they're like, oh, that's what it's been sounding like to me.
Yeah.
Because like no wonder I can keep up with like the vocals. No wonder I can keep up with like the melodies and stuff like that, because it's not like this opera soprano singer that you're used to hearing in Prague, like James Labrie, and like, or like this heavy Russell Allen Symphony X voice or something like that. Like it's this very soothing, nice.
That was a good impression.
Like
that was really good.
You know what? Listening to you guys is like when you go to the gym and you have a super guy, super buff. You know that he's a fucking asshole, right? But then you go and say, how are you? He's like, yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you. You go, like, what the fuck, man? That's exactly Giant Sleeper, the super buff guy that can go. But when you talk to them, it's the melodic thing. It's amazing. And I'm gonna compare you with Avenged Sevenfold in that, because Avenged Sevenfold is a mixture of heavy, slow, commercial, pop, rock. I mean, probably not the last albums. I'm talking.
Yeah, no.
When Reb was alive, when Reb was the genius behind everything.
I agree.
Actually,
City
to be honest
Evil.
with you, since Reb died, I stopped listening to them as much. Now there is a Metallica wannabe like they were before the Reb. But anyway, either way, the new album is crazy.
Hang on, I sense disagreement.
No, of course, we're musicians.
No,
we're gonna
I agree.
Are you sure?
I totally agree.
I
like
sense disagreement.
No, it was more like a like a sad like I wish they kept sounding like they sounded like back in City of Evil and the self-titled album.
The album
frustrated agreement.
The album that is
exactly.
I don't remember names, but the one that has Beast and a Harlot.
Yeah, City of Evil.
Seize the Day, City of Evil, and the next one, the white one, are the best albums. Yeah. But then she sadly died, and now we have Nightmare. That is a fucking ode to fucking. I don't know. I never liked, even is the most famous song, but I never liked that song. And funny because Mike Portnoy, and I got a story for you guys that when I met Mike Portnoy,
nice.
It was like, so he went there to play what the Red designed, but you can hear something that the Red had that he's not as exact like as Horatio, right?
Yeah, no.
But he was really creative, right? And he was really creative. And either way, I was looking for members for another band. And this drummer, Italian drummer, Luca, I will say hello, but I don't give a fuck about him. So hopefully he dies and his 3 next generations rot in hell. Here and in Italy. Nah, he's a cool guy. I mean, we don't talk, but he's a cool guy. So he told me I'm playing covers with a band that the girl is the bass player. I go like, oh, that's awesome, right? I met her and her name is Julia. And I'm gonna go fast because I tell that story to the audience before, but I want to share it with you two guys. So Julia's like, hey, my boyfriend Richie plays guitar. I go like, yeah, great. So we're eating pizza, talking about the thing, and every time we say something, he's like, oh, my boyfriend Richie. I go like, oh, fuck, right? So either way, we rehearsed one time. She's a really good bass player. She's an amazing bass player. Next week, she's like, oh, I cannot go for rehearsal, but you guys can come. We can rehearse here in my house because my boyfriend Richie has like, oh, fuck. And it became a joke all the way. Oh, my boyfriend Richie. So we arrive, and suddenly we're in a mansion in Hollywood Hills, right?
Oh, damn.
What the fuck, right? She opens the door. It's like, come, you don't mind? My boyfriend Richie is rehearsing. I know, Julia, you're going to hate me for this because I make fun of you, but because we still talk. And we go and inside is Richie Kosiak, right, from Poison, and Richie from Richie. That was the boyfriend Richie. and we have Pornoy in the drums, and they have this band. Oh fuck! What? I was supposed to have this job, Jake. I forgot
Winery Dogs.
Thank you. The Winery Dogs were rehearsing there. And
Wow.
Mike told me, the first thing that Mike told me, like, can you hand me that bottle of wine? I go like, I don't even drink. Bro. Like, so I saw them rehearse, and that's how I make
Amazing.
mine. That and good that you know Winery Dogs. They're not a famous band, but they're fucking amazing.
Yeah,
They're great. They're great. Yeah,
they're really good.
They're like,
did they come here?
it was just Richie Kotzen that made it here. Yeah.
Yeah, Richie traveled. He got that himself, and he got the Winery Dogs. Because what is the name of the bass player? Can't believe
Billy Sheehan.
Billy Sheehan.
Billy
His
Sheehan.
wife is a friend of mine.
Just Billy Sheehan.
Just Billy Sheehan. So he super cool guy. Everyone was so nice, right? And they actually finished early so we can rehearse, man. I'm like, what are you gonna go and hang with the guys today? I don't want them to see our second rehearsal. Either way. Thanks God we just got drunk and we're full friends, so nobody saw that painful.
Oh, that's nice. That's way better. Yeah.
But
that's such a good story.
But they are so good band. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have two songs that I love, but I like you guys better. Not because they're here.
Wow.
Tis the Day. I mean, sorry, I'm Not Angel. It's an amazing ballad from there. I'm not Angel. And they have another one. I suck with names, man. I see so much information because we have how many podcasts, bro? 13 podcasts, and we run them as producers
that are actively running right now. There's is it 8 or 9? It's 8 now, but then like literally within a week or two, that'll almost double. So
as producers, my brain is so fucked up making an album, running company. I don't even remember my fucking name, but. Before I continue with the questions, I want to share something really special, Jake. Are you ready?
No.
My legal name is Jose, and everybody calls me Max. What the fuck?
Wow.
That's why I got confused. That's why I got confused because I was like, "Oh, we're waiting for Max," and he flips the phone to Max, and I'm like, "Oh, your name must be Max."
No, but isn't that fucking crazy? That's fucking serendipity. No bullshit. Right?
Yeah, it's very serendipitous. I agree.
Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, what are the plans? I saw the video, and I want to recommend all the audience to go to your YouTube channel and look at the video that you have for your tour in Mexico.
Yeah, it's a fun video,
and it's so honest. It's an honest. When
it's an honest video. Yeah,
it's an honest video. I sent it to Jake right away. I don't know if you got the chance to watch it, but what is next with you guys? Because you just played in a huge place last week, right? We
played in one of the the more important historic landmarks in Costa Rica. We played at the National Theater as guests for a band that was presenting.
But we made it. But we snuck in 8-string guitars into the National Theater.
Yeah, that's right.
That was
that's historical. Yeah, that's
never ever gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen again. Yeah, but we're also playing an important venue this weekend as well.
Yeah. So the one this weekend, the one this Friday is for is the release, the release gig for the album.
Yeah.
And when can we expect to see you in the States, guys?
In the States? Well, actually, our Spotify numbers are indicating that our listeners in the States are ranking up faster than our listeners in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So it might be in the books. It might be in the books for next year if we manage to get some. Good management. We might be able to get.
I know a company that managed artists. I'm not kidding, right? I will send you the information.
Please,
they're crazy as fuck. Because the owner is the guy that is at your left, and the other owner is me. We manage bands and artists.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So it depends on their perspective. You might be on the left or right. Who knows?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. And we. I know, man, that, and it's not a mistake that your numbers are rising in America. The community of progressive in the States is huge.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Thank God it's growing because
we've got all our visas in order and everything, so we're good to travel.
Sales pitch. Let's go. Let's do it.
We're ready to play.
We can give you the curriculums. We have them printed.
Yeah, we got everything. Lined up to play gigs in the States.
I don't know if you guys know the band The Warning.
Warning. Oh,
I-
the girls.
Of course, the girl. Come
Yes,
on, dude.
yes.
They're like super
See,
hot.
they told us about them when we were in Mexico. Actually, these girls that they played covers at first, and then they got really
They
huge.
played one cover of Adele when they were like, the older now is 23, the youngest is 18.
Yeah,
So they
Yep.
were like 13.
they're Mexican, right?
Yeah, from Monterrey. They just
Yep.
opened for the Muse from Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses.
Yep.
They're been 3 years in a row touring
Damn.
Europe.
They're a huge success story in Mexico. When we were there, they got told. Yeah, my son was gonna doze off. Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine.
Todo bien. Yeah, they got huge in like super fast, really quick. Man, sí.
So meanwhile, the audience they're
menos.
saying hello because they're actually in for the people that just tune in, they're in an event of war because they're such an amazing human beings. They decide to take the call, but they gotta say hello
Yeah.
to everyone because these guys are really famous in Costa Rica.
No, they're just good friends of ours. They're good friends of ours.
Shut up,
We're running into
marketing!
each other.
God damn it!
Right.
Plus, it's so good. He's like the good guy of the band.
Yeah.
He's so pure. That's why he's the one that solos. He's the one that does all the crazy solos. That's why they're so good and so pure.
No.
Yeah, you got a really pure sound, guys. But Rudy, the manager from the Warning, is a dear friend of mine. I will happily send information of you guys to him.
We know Rudy.
Amazing. I think we do know Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy is a great manager, guys. What he accomplished.
We met him, right?
We met him.
That's the
We
guy
talked
that
to him.
we ate with him. We had dinner with him right outside the venue before we played.
We had tacos with him.
Yeah, we had
Dude,
tacos with him. Yeah.
Rudy they just got their first Grammy nomination for Best Rock Song. She's the drummer of the year on YouTube. I mean, the band is doing really good, and he's a big responsibility. Congratulations to Rudy. If he listened to this, congratulations, man. You're doing an amazing job. But yeah, he's a really cool guy. But he's a really good manager. So yeah, you guys need to come and play in the States, man. I see you clearly.
We'd love to.
You know, Giant Sleeper at the Troubadour, right? And then
The Troubadour.
Yeah, the Troubadour.
Is that in LA?
Of course, the Troubadour is where Elton John started his career, and everyone, actually everyone plays in the Troubadour.
It's like a good starting venue.
But it's starting from the top. You know, it's not.
Okay,
it's like
okay.
if you play in the Troubadour, it's because you're somebody. It's not everyone plays over there.
Yeah,
and
right.
of course,
when you're not somebody, you play in Indianapolis.
yeah, LA is the thing, man, and the Roxy Music too. It's like so many places that you guys can play that I know you will pack it because people will go crazy for you guys, and we can't wait to see
I think
you
we're
successful.
gonna be around there this January at NAMM.
Oh, you guys going to NAMM?
I think so, probably, since we signed with the brand. We're sponsored artists, endorsed artists with the brand that has. Well, they had a NAMM booth this year in 2024. We were there, and we made our signature. We made our signature guitars with them. Yeah.
If they're smart, they will take you there because you two guys in the stand, you guys gonna be selling guitars like prostitute sells condoms.
Thank you so much. Means a lot.
That's so cool.
That means a lot that I just called you a prostitute that sells condoms.
That's perfect.
I love it. I'll take that. I'll take that job anytime.
$20 are $20, right?
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
So you guys have the new album. You just got the show. Now you're in this presentation. Hey, everyone.
Hola, Crystal. ¿Todo bien? Por allá.
So what is next immediately? You have this event tonight. What is next? The next week you're presenting the album. Are you gonna?
Friday.
This
are
Friday.
you guys
Yeah,
planning to do a live?
Yeah, it's all gonna be filmed. It's all gonna be
yeah.
filmed, audio and video. It's gonna be released like a live at Budokan DVDs.
For the people that don't know, that is a Dream Theater did that a
Dream
long
Theater
time
reference.
ago.
Yeah, it's gonna be filmed, audio and video. I think it's 2 cameras.
No, it's like
4 cameras.
6.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's
Gonna be
a really well made. Yeah,
That's amazing, man.
Big
Congratulations, you
investment.
guys.
So
Now,
that's gonna be all released soon.
I know that you guys need to leave. I mean, you can stay as long as you want, but please tell me, Jose, what is your biggest influence in music?
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, during my whole adolescence, it was John Petrucci, but later on, I started to listen to more like jazz fusion guys. So right now, I'm more into Matteo Sasato and like Jack Gardner and Mark Lettieri and those type of guys. And I've been listening to I listen to a lot of video game music and like movie soundtracks, stuff like that. So that also, I know it permeates into the music that we make. And I obviously listen to all the modern prog stuff. So I listen to a lot of Periphery, Animals as Leaders, Chan, Polyphia, the whole thing. And all of like the modern funky stuff that's been popping out as well, like Snarky Puppy and Wolfpack and these other guys, Oregon Freeman.
Man, that's a lot of influences.
Yeah, I like to listen. I like to listen to a lot of shit. And but yeah, that's a bunch of the stuff that I get into.
Nice. What about you, Massimo? What is your? I know we know John. I love you, Major. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep the list short because obviously there's a lot from a lot of genres, but I've always loved since I first found David Maxim, the guy from Serbia. Crazy.
David Maxim.
Fucking Tigran. Tigran is crazy, insane. ¿Qué, weón? Man, estamos aquí.
I'm sorry.
Hey, no, don't apologize. We know that you're fucking
we're
famous.
interrupting your moment.
No, we're good.
Bueno, dude, David and Tigran, you have like 20 years of studying there, 20 years of music enjoying. Maybe if you guys feel adventurous, there's a guy from Cuba that's called, funnily enough, is Horacio. Horacio el Negro.
Horacio el Negro se llama.
El Negro.
Let's just call it here the Horacio the African American.
Oh, controversial.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
called
lo mismo,
Cuba. It's a term. It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, but let me just make a warning. Hey guys, for all the people in America and all the people that might say something stupid, remember that in Latin America we call that to all the person as even in Argentina, he's like saying baby of Mushkin, right?
It's a term of endearment.
So don't come trying to say bullshit about my friends of Giant Sleeper because fucking Virus Vox will come and kick your fucking ass.
Ironically though, if people don't know that, then they're ignorant as fuck because I'm the whitest motherfucker on planet Earth, and
fuck you.
Well, there you go.
That's a good.
If you want to get challenged and you want to hear a drummer, I think better than Horacio, whose name is also Horacio.
That's the one?
There you go.
Okay, let me call Horacio. Hey, Horacio. Massimo's saying that there's a guy better.
He's fired.
You know what? You guys know this internet sensation, Lobo Estepario, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think Horacio knows him in person.
Oh, yeah. Well, Horacio told me, and I was recording with Horacio when I post something of what we were doing, and right away, Estepario was like, what the fuck you guys doing, man? Sounds amazing. And he was listening to a little bit of things, and he tagged us in everything and things like that. So I apologize if you're listening to my dog whining.
No.
You guys can listen to it.
No.
He turned 18 years old.
That's cute.
Wow.
He's becoming blind a little bit. So sometimes he can see.
Naturally.
His name is Ozzy for Ozzy Osbourne, but this is a Latino
Great
joke,
name.
everyone. But he got a new name. Instead of Diego Luna, I call him Ciego Luna.
Diego Luna.
Ciego is blind in Spanish, so Ciego Luna.
That's cute. That's cute.
Ciego Luna. Hello to Diego.
I think all dogs are cute.
Yeah, hello to Diego. His girlfriend Marina, dear friend of our family, is so good. So, but so now, before Satriani, before Petrucci, somebody that you like, because I'm a fan of Muddy Waters. Even I can never ever have able to do something similar to him. Somebody before Petrucci and Satriani.
I'm a big fan of all the old blues guys. I'm a fan of young BB King when he was like shreddy. When he was like super shreddy, it's crazy because you're accustomed to see him like a one note per bar kind of guy. But when he was young, that's crazy. That's one of my favorite guys. Like young.
So you're talking BB King of 140 pounds before he was BB.
Yep.
Yeah. He was really good, man. What about you, Jose?
I think more on the old side. I like to listen to a lot of maybe not on the guitar side, but more on the music in general side. which is more like I listen to a lot of Led Zeppelin,
Okay.
Rush, Yes, and King Crimson. I used to like gravitate
You know, I
towards those
didn't see
guys.
that coming. I didn't see that coming.
I used to listen to. I still do listen to a lot of like old classic prog, and I like to read manga. I like to read manga,
Oh shit.
and I like to put on old prog when I read manga.
Like Cassiopeia.
Yeah, like
Right, you get
Cassiopeia. That's
Cassiopeia. Wow,
Cassiopeia, the Japanese jazz fusion guys. Like I like to
Yeah.
put on a bunch of those type of guys for when I read manga. I think it fits very well, oddly enough, like for the
No,
action scenes and everything.
And you fit
And
perfect
for the
with
heavy
all
dialogue.
with all our audience. You fit perfect, man. Everyone here watch manga, read comics, watch entertainment thing.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a big
What
nerd.
about you, Massimo? Bands that they're all just like, you know, like the ones that
Old
Jose
bands.
was.
I was obsessed with the first Rush album. I remember that one of the first songs I learned was Working Man. And
Yeah.
I immediately understood that I didn't like Alex Lifeson's playing.
Mhm.
So
I understand that.
That's that's just finding your sound.
Yeah.
I like a lot of like classical guitar pieces, like from whatever 500 years ago. Like the Five Bagatelles. If anyone's interested, that's
Ooh,
pretty.
well,
That's interesting. Yeah, you know.
yeah, dude, did you ever listen to a Sting band before becoming the Police? The one that he was having with Summers that they were playing jazz?
No.
You guys got to go and check that out. For all the
Yeah, for
audience, Sting, before becoming Sting, he was having a jazz fusion quartet with Summers. That's where they met in a bar, in a little bar, and they make a couple of demos. They're really interesting because we're talking about 1969, right? Where he was a teacher and he was escaping to play.
Bueno, of course. Like I'm missing like Weather Report. Fucking Chick Corea, everything that Chick Corea did with everyone, and like Pat Metheny and like
Pat Metheny,
of course.
Yeah, Pat Metheny, big influence.
So I'm gonna do a little game before you guys leave. Are you ready? Just whatever that comes to your mind. Satriani or Petrucci?
Petrucci.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't like this guy so
1000%.
Yeah,
I know.
100%.
I'm just messing with you. Petrucci or Steve Vai?
Steve
Say
Vai.
bye.
I like these guys already.
I love you,
Tender Surrender is
Yeah, of course.
the Making Baby song, dude.
Yeah.
You're mad, you put Tender Surrender. You're angry, you can put Tender Surrender. You want to fuck, you put Tender Surrender. Well, everything works
That's
with
true.
that. For
I've
the
done
people
all
that
of those. I've done all of those.
For all the people that doesn't know this song, I highly recommend that you guys go and listen. Tender Surrender by Steve Vai.
Yeah, great song.
First of all, if you can see it live or at least in a video, you will understand what a real showman is. The guy's combing his hair between chords, right? The guy is a beast. And I lose my train of thought, so Steve Vai wins. Fuck it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
for sure. Yeah, he came here. He came here. Was it this year?
It was last year, and I remember he played Tender Surrender, and I cried.
Yeah, of course.
Great
It's a thing to cry. I mean, I got the chance to saw him play in the, I don't remember, because like 20 years ago, it was the G3. The only time that he was in the G3. I think it was him, Petrucci, and...
that's legendary. Yeah, that's like 2005, something like that.
Yeah, I'm talking a long time ago. It's like 21 years ago. I was traveling in Mexico, and they were in the National Auditorium. And I didn't know, back in the day, I know them, but I wasn't. I was more in the commercial area. And the record label is said, you want to go to a G3? I go like, what the fuck is that, dude? I mean, it's going to be free? Sure. You could see it? It's from the record label. I go like, sure. I was there. I go like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, that was a huge concert. Probably that's what separates me to stop the boy band and start jumping into rock. Because
that's a good inspiration. That's a good inspiration to have.
I haven't been able to play like him. I leave that for genius like you two guys, that you're the guys that plays perfect like him.
No.
You guys do. Are you gonna perform tonight in the event, or you're just there to win the everything?
Just to win.
We know we're just there to win. Yeah, no, we're just to attend. We're just there to attend.
You see what I mean? That's what I mean. He's like,
no.
He's a decent guy.
Yeah,
that's a decent guy. Hey,
we could win maybe, but we're here to attend.
Let me tell you something that I learned with the audience and with you. Yesterday, I was watching a video, and this is serious for a second. I'm gonna be Virus Vox serious. This guy was explaining that we look bidimensional, right?
All right.
So what happened is if you put an ant in a piece of paper and you draw a circle, the ant won't leave the circle, even it's just a drawing. Why? Because it thinks bidimensional. Their brain is not allowed to think more. For her, it's a wall. But as humans, we can think three-dimensional, and as an advanced level, you can think four-dimensional. So every time that and just keep that in your mind, every time that we say in our lives, I can't, or maybe, it's like with a dog, they put a collar that when he crosses the thing, he get a shock. The next time the dog would. So every time we say we can't, actually, we're sending that side to the brain saying, it might happen or may not. Let me tell you something. You motherfuckers gonna win tonight because we're gonna be three-dimensional. You guys are winning. Fuck the rest.
Gonna open our third eye and get that award.
I told that to an ex-girlfriend, can you open your third eye? And she was in pain for a couple of days, but we enjoy it really good. Sorry.
No, that was great.
I couldn't help myself. I'm apologizing.
I'm gonna steal that one.
That's good.
It's like, baby.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's open your third eye. Just bent over. Anyway, guys, I know that you got to run. We really appreciate that you take this interview. Film everything that you can tonight. I really hope that you win. We send you all the perfect energy. You guys deserve it. And if for any reason it happened that you don't win, I just need the name of the people. We will take care of them for you, man. Those fucking Academy judges, they're gonna fuck up. We're gonna tie them to a chair and make them listen to all your albums till they praise your glory.
Till they understand.
Till they understand their inferior status.
There you go. I will before I met you guys, I will call you a band for musicians, but now that I see you as human beings, I call you a real band for the people, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
That's such a big compliment.
We'll be in touch, guys. Go and attend all your things. I know you're super busy. I'm really grateful for this. You want to say a last thing for our fans and the future fans from Giant Sleeper? You want to tell them something?
Follow us on our social media, on Spotify. Listen to our album. Share it with your friends if you like one or two or more tracks on it. Look out for the stuff that we're gonna put out. We're gonna put out a lot of content. Like we're gonna put out a bunch of playthroughs.
We're gonna play the social media game.
Yeah, we're gonna play the social media game a lot. So you're gonna see our faces a lot, our instruments a lot, playing our music a lot. And if we, play our cards right, maybe we can play gigs in the States and on Europe and stuff like that.
Oh, it'll happen. It's just a matter of time.
It will happen. You guys are young and positive and powerful and talented, so it will happen, bros. Thank you so much for being here. Jake, you want to say something? You white icon, you want to say something? Go ahead, white guy.
You know what? Stick it in your third eye, motherfucker.
Nice.
I look forward.
Excellent callback.
I look forward to doing a deep dive on your guys' music. I didn't know you existed until about 3 hours ago. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm following your socials as we speak. So you got one more subscriber.
Thanks. Everything adds.
Very appreciated.
Thank you so much, Massimo. Thank you so much, Jose. Keep rocking, guys. You're amazing. Take care and go and win that for every fucking metal progressive motherfucker out there.
Yes, Thank you so much.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks so
See you
much.
later, guys.
Nice to meet you guys.
Later.
Bye.
Later.
So everyone, that was Giant Sleeper live from Costa Rica. They're going to an event. They were outside the event. They were super nice, man. Taking that, any other person will be like, oh, I have a big event that I'm nominated to win Best Song of the Year.
You know what? Not metal musicians. I've said this since I was in high school because I never thought, it's just a lot of times, especially back in the early to mid 2000s, metal musicians had sort of an undeserved, because it didn't come from anywhere. It came from perception. They had an undeserved reputation of being really rough and mean. But I'll tell you this story. The first time I ever went to a live metal concert, I was actually working it. I was doing videography. I got asked last minute. And I thought, my stupid ass, thought it would be a really good idea because I will sacrifice my body for a good shot still. My stupid ass thought it would be a good idea because of where the stage was set. The best view of the whole band was directly in the mosh pit, right?
Wow.
And I've got a, I mean, again, this would have been 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. So I've got a fairly expensive prosumer grade camera in my hands. When I tell you, I didn't just not get hit, I didn't get touched.
Wow.
People, and one guy almost, not his fault, almost got me, dove through the floor to avoid hitting me. Metal fans and metal musicians are the nicest motherfuckers you will ever meet on the planet. They're some of the most
Yeah.
considerate, loving people, and it's bullshit that they got a bad reputation at one point or another.
Well, that audience are complicated, but and yes, there's good people and bad people everywhere we go. But
No,
the reality
I'm just saying,
is
I went to a Cardi B concert a few years ago, and I just saw nothing but fucking degenerates.
well, yeah, but I mean, you know what? I got a problem, and I really confuse Carol G with Cardi B with. I really confuse every one of them. I'm not a follower of that kind of music, so I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about. If that makes sense.
Uh,
So
at least this might not be representative of all Cardi B fans, but at least the ones that were in the greater Indianapolis area. Um, was
hmm,
not a. But actually, I'll take this opportunity to shout out both of our sponsors because they're related.
yeah, please.
We are sponsored tonight by the Spur of the Moment podcast and the Part of Your Broadway World podcast, both great hosts in the. Oh, did I lose you or did you leave?
I'm totally here. I was just letting
Oh,
you do
okay.
the
You
sponsor.
gotcha. Okay. But both podcasts in the Arte Podcast Pantheon. Spur of the Moment podcast is another pop culture podcast. They go a little bit more in depth, do more deep dives. In fact, their most recent episode, they were joined by Haley and did animated films that were not specifically not Disney. And just to show how deep they go, they did an almost 3 hour episode. Oh no, I think it was a 3 hour episode of Common Rider, to give you
Wow.
an example. And then Haley handles everything Broadway and Disney. So if you like to nerd out on stuff, either one of those topics, check them out. You can find all their podcasts on artemedia.org and then also obviously across YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. Everywhere you get your podcasts, you can find them.
Yeah, thank you for that. I decided to walk Ciego Luna. Meanwhile, we do this because he was crying so much, man. So,
Yeah,
but
no, I
I'm
get it.
good. I got the technology to keep going. Look, better lighting.
Oh, there you go.
So Ciego Luna is walking right now, but I just got a notification that we're gonna have a rainstorm like in 20 minutes. If I don't walk him right now, I'll be messed up. But let
You
me go
need to.
back to Giant Sleeper. Do you have the chance to listen to them a little bit before
Not
we?
not yet. I had
Oof,
to
man.
I'm
They're
going to.
so good. No, they're so good, and I recommend highly that you listen to their new album. Is the graphic of the cover, the everything, and funny thing, and I forgot to ask this to the audience. I mean, to them in front of the audience. I didn't know that Giant Sleeper referred to a whale. That's their logo, a whale.
Yeah, I knew it was the
You know,
logo. Yeah.
uh, but this is pretty cool. But okay, going back to the world. What's up with the Donald Trump situation, and what is your perspective on that? I really feel ashamed of everything that's going on with the world right now.
Well, so I assume you're talking about the most recent assassination attempt.
First of all, just to make the most recent assassination attempt, dude, where
Oh, I
are
know
we?
that says it all. Um, that being said, though, and this is not a justification for assassination. Don't get me wrong, but I find it. Well, I don't find it humorous. I'm not surprised, but I find it very concerning that the mainstream media, has somehow managed to twist this into two people have tried to assassinate Donald Trump, and they're somehow making it his fault.
And I wanted to get to that point. I don't understand in what moment we have the ability to come to a resolution before we become a specialist. I saw a post and the comments underneath like, "Oh, I know you plan it all. What are you doing playing golf?" It's like, dude, what the fuck it's like these people that I criticize everything, they don't
Why
have a life, man. They're just
why you criticizing Donald Trump for playing golf? He's not even the sitting president. People forget that. People are forgetting. It's like mass amnesia. People are forgetting Kamala Harris is the sitting vice president of the United States. And yet
yeah.
she's running like she's a change agent. It's like, what?
Yeah, I don't know if you got the chance to see what happened in the last interview. But so I don't know, like a week ago, somebody she say when, and I'm gonna say this to the audience, when I get elected, I will change the taxes and this and this. And the reporter was really smart and say, "You're the VP. Why don't you do it now?"
See, that's ironic because the one you're talking about, she actually did with a local affiliate in, I think it was Philadelphia. It was either Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. I think it was Philadelphia though.
Yeah,
Um, and he was actually quite good. I was pleasantly surprised. Most questions she just flat out didn't answer, but that's the other thing. It's like, here's the thing. I don't believe all this. I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm just remembering prior to Kamala Harris being the nominee for president, she was one of the most, if not the most, unpopular vice presidents in the history of the country. Her approval rating was hovering somewhere around 28%.
yeah.
And just by making her the nominee, she's suddenly polling ahead of Donald Trump. I don't believe it.
No, because everything is fake numbers. Remember what you say in the. I mean, of course, thanks. I want to sir that I want to thank you for your service, sir, because you cover the whole how you call it when they talk to each other,
Oh, the debate. Yeah.
the debate. You covered for the company. When she said there's not even one army, one deployed everywhere, dude. That's our vice president. She doesn't even know.
If I remember correctly, I got pretty heated.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Because
Yeah,
I was like, what?
dude. Okay, it's her lack of knowledge, or it's not lack of knowledge. I think her necessity to say what people want to hear is
You
going
know
to
what?
destroy our country.
That little bit, that gaff, I honestly do think was lack of knowledge.
Well, but you don't need to be vice president to know that we have people everywhere.
I know, but just because you're vice president doesn't mean you care either. You know what I mean?
I understand, but even it was a world of peace, we have people in the embassies outside.
Well, she did
Period.
specifically that, but what was most insulting, because if she had just said, we don't have large numbers of troops dying,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, that fair enough, but that's largely thanks to Donald Trump. But but the fact that she said we don't have US soldiers dying in combat zones, or
I.
no, she said, now I don't remember exactly what she said.
But
But she had
the problem is
indicated,
the little wording.
yes, yes.
It's not the same to say 10% of taxes that 23, and it's just two words, you know. She's not. I don't think she is. She's not gonna be a good president, man. And then their little gameplay of marketing Taylor Swift after the debate, saying I'm supporting. It's like, dude, really,
That
really?
surprised no one.
It doesn't surprise no one, but it was a great move for their team, but a bad move for the world, man. And it's because that put her in top because Taylor Swift say it, and the majority of the voters know who the fuck Taylor Swift is,
Yes, but here
and
in and I said this after the debate. Honestly, I just I don't think the needle moved, and I didn't think the needle was going to move that much unless one of them just horrifically screwed up. And Trump made some mistakes, but I wouldn't say he horrifically screwed up. He got
he
in some good
didn't.
moments.
But the optics for the people think that he screwed up.
No, 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 no. See, that's the thing. Only people on the far left think he blew it. And then just like people on the far right think Kamala blew it. And I'm just over here like independents, that probably didn't shift their mind too much because they did a lot of, and this is somewhat anecdotal, but I've seen a lot of different people being interviewed, and the common thread is they felt like Donald Trump missed opportunities and they felt like Kamala Harris didn't answer questions, which is what happened. That's
Yeah, of
exactly what
course.
happened. So
Uh,
I don't think I actually so Kamala's asking for another debate. I don't think Trump is accepted yet. I think he should.
I think he should, and I think he, for once in his life, supposed to focus in destroy her for the good
Well,
of the
and
country.
see, here's the thing. I don't think this is true because it's Donald Trump. But what I would love to be the case is that he intentionally made some gaffes in the debate because originally Kamala had only agreed to one. But now that
Yeah,
she feels like but now that she feels like she won, I would like that to be a ploy. And then Trump comes into the second debate and just eviscerates her, even though he should have eviscerated her in that debate. That's why I don't think that's actually what happened. And actually, Haley, um, yeah, I know Trump said he wasn't going to accept the second debate, and technically, I don't agree with it. But he does make a point. He has done two presidential debates. It's just one of them
yeah,
was against Joe Biden. I think though, I think if JD Vance, because the VP debate is still on, I
yeah.
think if JD Vance gets a decisive victory over Walls, you may see Trump agree to a second debate. I don't know. We'll
So
see.
in a entertainment area of this podcast, what the movement with Taylor Swift was for me out of taste, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
To me it's always out of taste when celebrities get into politics because it's like
and Morgan is the big celebrity around the world,
I
because he's
know.
get. Let me explain you something. Entertainment and the audience, actors and musicians get paid to appear, so you just need to raise the right number. I don't think she's their friends or she actually support her ideas. They just get paid. Period. Either way, moving on from politics.
Well,
What is
I have a question for Haley real quick. Um
Haley? For all the people, let me tell you, Haley Marcus is our host from an amazing podcast that Jason, what is my brain?
wrong
Jake
J name.
mentioned today. Yeah, like everyone knows
What
me that I got problems with names. But go
what
ahead.
what was your hot take with the Prince of Egypt, Haley? That's my question for you.
Can you give us a little background in that question?
Well, she said in a comment it was a hot take when it came to the movie The Prince of Egypt when she was on the Spur of the Moment podcast. Apparently that's the movie which it's funny because I thought I talked to Justin and oh no, I suggested that Justin give you DreamWorks because that was basically a middle finger to Disney. What was
I'm totally lost in the conversation. Can you
so
guide the audience? Where are you?
okay, so Haley was recently on the Spur of the Moment podcast. Their
Yeah.
episode theme was um, animated films that were specifically not Disney, and the goal was everybody was going to pick a studio, and Haley got
Hmm,
DreamWorks, and I'd suggested that because DreamWorks was essentially founded to be a middle finger to Disney and Michael Eisner.
correct. Can you tell
But
the story to the audience
the
about that?
condensed version is that so Jesse Katzenberg, Jesus, yeah, Jeffrey Katzenberg, because I was thinking Jesse Eisenberg. No, Jeffrey Katzenberg. At one point, and Haley's gonna correct me. Oh, Haley, okay, I have a recommendation for you then, Haley. In a moment, I'm giving the condensed version of Katzenberg throwing a hissy fit. Um, I'm coming, I'm coming. Um, he was put in charge, and Haley, correct me if I'm wrong on the terminology here. Katzenberg was put in charge of Disney Animation Studio, but he wanted another job. I think he wanted to be. It was something along the lines of like head of programming director or something for the whole Disney company. Because the person who had that job, I can't remember if they were fired or they left. I think they retired, so the job was open. But instead of giving it to Katzenberg, Eisner took it himself, and that made Katzenberg real mad. So he got together with Spielberg and another financier guy that I don't remember his name, and they founded DreamWorks Studios. And part of it was DreamWorks Animation, which is actually the only part of DreamWorks that is still around today independently. Because to my knowledge, DreamWorks Animation never got sold. Haley. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not really religious either, but The Prince of Egypt is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think what you need to do to appreciate it is don't watch it thinking about the Bible. Watch it just as a story because it's an incredible movie. Of course, it's probably interesting that my favorite book of the Bible is Exodus, but not for religious reasons, just because it's a hell of a story. So that would be my recommendation because the movie is quite good. It's very good. but I'm assuming you didn't care for it, Haley. I don't know. Virus, have you seen The Prince of Egypt?
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me guess, you didn't like
I
it.
didn't like it.
Why didn't you like it?
No, of course I didn't like it. Because it's a prince and in Egypt. It's a little religious, right? In my perception.
See, here's the thing, though. Everybody assumes it is because it's the story of Exodus. I maintain that it's not. It's religious in the sense that it's a story from the Bible, but I don't consider it to be a religious movie, probably because it wasn't really made by Christians. It was made by a couple of Jewish guys. And they're just telling
Well,
the story.
so you're saying that Jewish people are not religious?
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm getting at. I don't so it wasn't like a Christian movie is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. You know what? I didn't have the chance to watch it, but I got my animated movie favorite of all time. I
What's
don't
that?
remember the name right now.
Sausage Party?
No. After Earth, something After Earth.
Oh, Titan AE?
Titan After Earth is my favorite animated movie. That is not Disney.
Yeah, who made that? Shit.
Let me tell you who did. Let me explain to you. When he quit from Disney, the guy, the drawer, something blah 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 blah, Don something. He
Bluth.
quit.
Don
Don
Bluth,
Bluth.
yeah. So that was a Fox one.
He came out of Disney and he wanted to make this movie because he already make a lot of money with Dragon's Lair, an amazing game you can download in your phone, and Space Ace.
Yes. Oh wait, you can download them on your phone?
You can play them in your phone.
That's
I
amazing.
I have those two like for seriously 6 years.
Yeah.
And I play them when I want to go to bed, like ding, 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 ding. Dragon's Lair is really complicated. Space Ace is really fun. Anyway, he did this movie with independent producers, but they get support by Fox, and now the voices were great actors. But I think the story is amazing. The animation, obviously, Don Bluth is fantastic, and I don't think it got the credit that it deserved.
No, it didn't. Bluth's obviously post Disney. Bluth's, except for his early works, he was plagued with a lot of issues that were really some were outside of his control, some were him being stubborn. A lot of his movies are fantastic. I can't really think of a bad one per se off the top of my head, even though, well, okay, Troll in Central Park. That movie was the shits. Other than that, though, can't really. They're quite good, and the animation's beautiful. Haley, I
So
guess
hold a second. I'm gonna tell you all his movies.
Oh God, that's
Bart,
a long list.
No. And you tell me if you like it or not.
Okay.
Bartok.
That's the sequel to Anastasia. No, I did not care for
No,
it.
sir. No. Actually, yeah, you're right. The Pebble of Penguin.
Okay, fun fact about Pebble and the Penguin. I loved that movie, and still I appreciate it. Although I watched it again like a couple years ago, and I'm like, okay, this wasn't as good as I remember it. When I was younger, dude, Pebble and the Penguin was my fucking jam, and I couldn't understand why people didn't like it. Now I do. But another fun fact, all the music in that movie was written by Barry Manilow, and
yeah, I know that. I was gonna tell you that, and it's really good, man. I
it's
like
really
it.
good. Oh, the music's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So I'm going from the not super famous to the most famous. Rockadoodle. Never seen that one.
I like Rockadoodle, actually. I love Rockadoodle, especially the end. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. That shit still will pump you
I
up.
haven't.
Again,
Okay.
it's a little silly, but I still like it. It's good.
So you mentioned Troll in Central Park. Never watched that movie.
Ooh.
How was it? Bad?
It was not good. It was not good.
Okay. Let's go to the famous one. Well, one that is famous because he became famous. I never liked it. Thumbelina.
I didn't love it, but I can see how people would appreciate it if it's their jam. It's kind of like Anastasia for me. I didn't love
Yeah.
it, but I see why some people would.
So I'm gonna go to the famous one. The secret Nymph.
The Secret of Nim is
Nim.
It's dark, but it's good. It's weird, but it's good.
Then we're gonna go with The Land Before Time. That was a really good movie.
So The Land Before Time's interesting.
Little Feet, dude. What are you talking about?
No.
Don't make me fly over there to smack you.
Let me finish.
Okay.
The Land Before Time is one of those movies that I love, but I can't explain why, other than the fact that it's fucking gorgeous. The animation
Yeah,
is stunning.
animation is just stunning, bro.
The soundtrack is fucking
And it
beautiful.
was 1988 when they were merging the old technology with the new. That's fantastic. So let's go to the big ones. An American Tale.
Oh, American Tail is a fucking masterpiece.
Somewhere out there. I always wanna, that song is really hard to sing for what it means musically, but if you try to make Five Old Boys, I want to go to America. I mean, it's not the real voice, but you know what I mean.
I love that movie
that
for
song is amazing.
so many reasons. Well, the whole movie is amazing for so many reasons, but
I got chills just to think about it.
Good. It's so good, and funny because it was Fievel was Bluth Animation's mascot, and yet
Yeah.
that movie today is so overlooked, and I think it's certainly on par with the Disney masterpieces of the Renaissance. In fact, they were beating Disney prior to the Renaissance because their shit was so good.
Let me tell you something. Honestly, I don't know how was it in the States, but outside the States, it wasn't overrated.
No, it wasn't at the time, but I think today it gets looked over.
Because it's not on Disney Plus.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Basically, that's why.
People forget this. So the nearest theme park to me is Kings Island, and at one point it was owned by Paramount. And I'm trying to remember. No, hang on. There was a theme park. I can't remember. I think it was Six Flags. Now that I think about it, for a very very short window, Fievel. This was around the time of Fievel Goes West, which is another really fun movie.
Oh yeah.
They had like in the Kid Land of these. I want to say it was Six Flags. Somebody will fact check me. They had Fievel and them running around the same way you have Mickey Mouse and them running around at Disney World for a very very short window.
And I'm gonna tell you my two top. First of all, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I need to rewatch that. Here's the thing, though.
I don't want to.
I did well, and this is why. I haven't seen it since I was a child, and I remember not liking it as a kid.
Bro,
but I know I need to watch it. I need to watch it again.
Bro, Ozzy's 18. I can watch that movie ever again.
I'm kind of hesitant though because
Ciego Luna is gonna go soon. Man, at night he wakes up and I need to call him because he starts crashing into everything because he can't see anything at night. Or like when it's light, he sees okay, but whatever. And the top one, Titan After Earth. What a great movie, dude! I watch it at least once a year.
I need to watch that one again too.
I must confess that Titan After Earth is in my. I had it bought in Amazon. I can give you my thing so you see it because John Bluth movies you need to actually buy them. They're not easy to see in because they're not from Disney, obviously.
Well, it depends because part of Bluth's problem too was he was depending on the time frame he had partnerships with different studios, so some you can get on streaming, some you can't. You just have to.
But I don't think he got a problem, bro. The thing is, like, he was a master, right? He's still alive. He's still alive. He's 87. I thought he passed. I'm really happy that
I thought he
retired. He retired.
Yeah, he retired.
So, like I say, what a great thing. Oh, now let me give you really fast. Just say yes or no, okay? Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer? He made a Tom Sawyer movie?
Yeah. I'm looking at the full meaning of The Secret of Nim. The Secret of Nim 2.
I did not see The Secret of Nim 2.
All Dogs Go to Heaven 2.
I watched it once when I was very young. I don't remember
it. The second part, I don't remember that exists. And All Dogs Christmas Carol.
I didn't know that existed.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series.
There was a series? Really?
Yeah. Then
I vaguely remember that.
I didn't know that. The Land Before Time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Wait, what?
14, The Land Before Time.
Oh, yeah, all the sequel. Hang on.
He just did the only first one. He just did the first one only.
Haley brought up a good point, though. What? I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what happened to her. The girl that voiced Anne Marie in All Dogs Go to Heaven. I know something sad happened. What happened with that?
Oh, yeah. No, he got murdered by her dad.
No, I
did
thought
that
that
more.
was again. That happened with another voice actress in.
Oh, so maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm confused.
I think you're talking about Ducky from the Land Before
Oh yeah,
Time.
you're right. You're right.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, you were right. Her parents killed her. Fuck.
Thank
That's
you.
two. That's two young voice actresses in Bluth
I
movies.
not might remember the names, but I remember the facts.
So yeah, Haley
So-
said now when you watch the ending, knowing what happened to her, it's like doubly fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
So American Tail, he only did that one. American Tail, Five Will Go West is not from him, but they respect his art.
Yeah.
The
You can
American Tail, the
see-
treasure.
Yeah, you can see a difference in the animation quality, but it's a fun movie. It's a fun little
Yeah.
movie.
Then and the American Tail, the Treasure of Manhattan Island, never seen it. An
Oh, I
American
heard
Tail,
about
the
that.
Mystery of the Night Monster, and then Fible's American Tales. So I got 5 from Fible.
Who owns
Uh,
that now? Was that Amblin?
They're all around.
Yeah,
Banjo and the Woodpile Cat,
not familiar with that one.
Bartok the Magnificent.
That's the
This is
sequel to
amazing.
Anastasia, yeah.
After 14 movies, they did We Are Back, A Dinosaur History. Number 15. The Joe Breaker, Rockadoodle, A Troll in Central Park, Anastasia, Thumbelina, Titan AE, Dragon's Lair, the TV series. What?
What?
There's a TV series? Oh, and wait, that's not over. Space Ace series. I'm watching that tonight. Balto Quest and Change. Now video games, he got Dragon's Lair 2, The Time Warp. Listen to this. Listen all the influences. You hear that? Did you hear that, Jake? First of all, Titan After Earth has had a big influence in me in Time Warpers. And Dragon's Lair, the second, is called Time Warp. Then Dragon's Lair 3, The Curse of Mordred. Then Space Ace 2, Borf Revenge. He got 2 video games. So you can tell me everything you want about Dumb Blonde. He's a winner in my book, bro. He's totally a winner. I just want to see the Space Ace.
While you're looking that up, I have a very fun fact to I've mentioned it before, I don't think on this podcast. So this is a fun trivia fact for you, and Haley is aware of this. So Anastasia has the distinct honor of being the only Disney princess that is an adopted Disney princess.
Oh, yeah, I remember that story. Go ahead, share it with the audience.
Well, so Anastasia, when it was initially produced, was a co-production between Don Bluth Animation and Fox, because that was when Fox was trying to get into animation to compete with Disney. However, for those of you that are aware, Disney eventually would go on to purchase 20th Century Fox, therefore getting its library. So you can watch Anastasia on Disney Plus, which I say that, and actually I think I have to amend my statement. Anastasia is the only animated Disney princess that was adopted, because technically Princess Leia is also adopted. But was she really a princess?
She wasn't a princess.
Yeah, there you go. So the only animated adopted Disney princess.
Okay, I found a Space Ace TV series. Whew, that was tough. It wasn't easy. Oh my God, it's a 13-episode animated series based on Space. Let me tell you something, audience. Today I was having a production meeting with this director of the company. I said, can we make an animation of Time Warpers? He told me, slow down, buddy. We're releasing and he's right. You're right, Jake. But after seeing this, you look at me, look at my face. I'm going for it. I mean, Dumb Blood is wow. 13 animated series, and it was produced by Ruby Spears Enterprises, distributed by World Vision Enterprises, an original as part of the 1984 Saturday Supercade cartoon block. The name is by Jim Piper. His alter ego was Sparky Marcus. Kimberly, you gotta fall in love with the red hair Kimberly. Commander Buff was by Arthur Bongarth,
who is voiced by Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah, it's Nancy Cartwright. Hello.
Eat my shorts.
I think that everybody has a crush on Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly. Remember that was so funny. I would love to see where we can watch it. It's gonna be Cute Groots is the first episode. If you or somebody in the audience can tell me where we can watch the Space Ace TV series stream. I will highly appreciate because actually are in YouTube for
Yeah, I
free.
figured you'd have to do that or Sail the Seven Seas.
No, rare space says 1 episode to 6. They're totally free in on YouTube. Then we have the Laser This movie on YouTube as well. But that's it. Well, I found the original 13, but I know what I'm gonna do tonight. Wow. Space Ace was like the dream, right? How old you were in 1984?
I was not alive yet.
Jesus Christ, I'm old.
It's going to be another 3 years there, buddy.
Wow. This is weird. Yeah. I was 7. I was 8 when you born. That's crazy.
Fucking old ass. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm look hotter than you, so shut the fuck up.
Debatable.
Kid. Anyway,
it depends if you like, come
on,
nerdy,
dude. Everybody, dude.
nerdy, pasty white guys. I'm your man.
Yeah. Okay, let's be honest here. If this was a debate of looks, I will come on, bro. Please look at this beauty. I'm just messing with you.
No tienes los ojos, amigo.
I got eyes. They're
No.
not greenish blue, but they're light brown. I know, I'm just messing with you.
Brown-eyed girl.
I just want to hear turn around. What kind of eyes they say? Brown eyes.
Bright eyes.
Bright.
No, she says
And right now
eyes.
I'm telling you, it says brown eyes. Shut
Nope.
the fuck up. I know it says bright eyes. You know, I thought about making that cover, but I decided that it was too sissy.
Well, you can make yours turn around brown eye.
I can do it.
Turn around third eye.
Turn around third eye. That was a really good joke, by the way.
That was a good joke. That was solid.
So I don't want to kill it, but I mean these guys were really good, and it's our time for recommendations.
Oh, and there's no theme tonight, so I just get to go. Crazy.
Okay, let's go crazy. So because it's a theme for me, because we have a special rock stars. The movie that I'm gonna recommend is Rockstars, the Rockstar by Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is really good. I don't know if you guys seen it, but sit and spin, bro. Sit and spin. Whoever that watched the movie will understand the reference. Rockstar by Mark Wahlberg is my movie recommendation.
So I've got an obscure one for you.
All right.
But it's very good. It was a made for TV movie though, but I did fun fact, I actually negotiated with a video rental store back in the day. I now own it on DVD. I'm sure you can stream it somewhere. But I negotiated with the video rental store because I rented it all the time. So I just came up to them like, "Hey guys, can I just buy this?"
Really?
Yeah, and they let me do it. They were like, like they brought the manager over and everything. I'm like, "Look, I'm in here all the time anyway. Can I just buy it, please?" But anyway, especially if you're a nerd, you'll appreciate this. You've probably seen it actually, but the movie is Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Never heard about it.
It's the origin story, well, one of the origin stories of both Microsoft and Apple. Anthony Michael Hall plays Bill Gates and does a phenomenal job.
That's a great recommendation.
I believe the actor who plays Steve Jobs is Noah Wiley, I believe his name is. He's actually my favorite version of Steve Jobs. However, I have not seen the Ashton Kutcher version, so don't kill me in the comments because I haven't seen that one. I can't say whether it's good or not. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good.
So the recommendation is I got lost.
Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Pirates of Silicon Valley. Good one. Because I'm gonna keep in the Rockstars area. I'm doing the opposite. Like now you're
you're themed.
Today, it's a TV show that it was released in Hulu. They just make 2 seasons. It's a little dark. It's a little English jokes, but it's called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. It's a sitcom, kind of a sitcom about a rock star that is retired and he gets back to the States being English after a long time. that is a funny thing, maybe, because I like it, but because I understand the back of everything, but it's a really funny funny movie, right? So TV show,
TV
if you
show.
will.
So I think I just created a theme. I'm gonna go with underappreciated. Um,
Well, just go ahead. I was going to tell you who's in the show, because you will appreciate the cast. I'm just looking for it. Oh my
okay.
god.
So my TV show
That
recommendation.
sorry, Dennis Leary is the lead. So and John Colbert and Elaine Hendricks and Elizabeth Giles. Anyway, keep going. Sorry, I apologize. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good. You're good. So my TV show recommendation is actually one of my favorites of all time. It was big. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's obscure, but it flew way under a lot of people's radar, especially younger people. Probably never heard of it. Third Rock from the Sun.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
what are you
so
talking about?
funny.
But it's
Well,
not
no,
underrated.
uh, really? I disagree. I don't think it ever got its due. John Lithgow and Joey Gordon-Levitt, French Stewart's in there too, and the
Fantastic,
Kristen Johnston and
fantastic cast.
oh God, Jane Curtin is a fucking masterpiece in that. My
Fantastic cast.
my favorite episode, which I actually just used a clip in for um the episode of The Final Frontier that's going to premiere this Sunday, is from the episode Fourth and Dick, where Dick discovers his love of football, and he tries to start a chant, and the chant goes, and this is such a great fucking joke. He goes, sine, cosine, cosine, sine, 3.14159. It's the formula for a pyramid.
For Pyramid. Wow, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, I remember that episode. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's so good. It's in season 2, I believe. It's my favorite episode.
So for my weird one, I'm gonna recommend a documentary that is called Rockstars. Uh, it's good, man. It's good. It's a good weird thing to watch if you like Rockstars. They the name of the episodes are really fun. Well, not funny, but Ball to the Finish, the D-Day, House of Cards, Assault to Niagara. So it's kind of cool, right? The name of the documentary is, like I say, it's called Rockstars. So yeah, if you wanna check it out, it got a 7.3 of 10 in IMDb, so it can't be that bad for you.
Yeah.
What about weird stuff?
So my weird one isn't so much a recommendation. I mean it is, but not for what you think. I'm not recommending it necessarily because it's good. I'm recommending it because I think it's important that people on all sides of the political spectrum see this movie and can critique it fairly. You know this. I recently saw, because we're going to be reviewing it on the Average Intelligence podcast, not this week but next week. Matt Walsh's new documentary, which is the Daily Wire's first theatrical release, the documentary "Am I Racist?" I watched it. It was pretty much exactly what I thought it would be. Here's the problem, though. So people that disagree with Daily Wire will not see the movie. And the
Hmm.
problem with that is that A, you're criticizing something you haven't seen, so you're just already dishonest. But two, if only people that like that movie go to see it, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it depends on your point of view. Because is it a good documentary? No. Is it funny? Yes. Um, the problem is though, people from varying political opinions need to see this movie so that they can accurately critique it. Because if you just say, "Oh, it's a racist piece of shit," and you didn't see it, well, first of all, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but you can't be right because you haven't seen the movie. You can't critique something that you haven't seen. So,
Agreed.
but I do, and I mean, it's no secret that Arte Media, as far as the podcast distribution, it's no secret. I say it all the time. I totally ripped off Daily Wire's business model. Like, it's not a secret. So I'm a fan in general, even though I don't agree with everything that they put out. I agree with some of it. I disagree with some others. But I'm a big fan of them growing as a company, because anytime you can have alternative media sources, I think it's a good thing. When you can have diversity in the marketplace, I think it's good. And honestly, some of their movies are pretty good. Some of them are dog shit. It's like any other studio. Some are terrible, some are pretty good. Some are just okay. But I think it's important to get those in the market so that the whole audience can see them and evaluate them for what they are, because that's how Daily Wire is going to get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need
No, and that
criticism to
Daily
get better.
Wire got some good stuff. They're not there when it comes to producing movies, but they're doing it. And I think it's important
I mean,
to do
technically
things.
speaking, they're not. I mean, they're
I
not
mean,
stellar, but they're not. They're not
but
horrible.
imagine that who's the director of the Daily Wire?
Well, it depends. There's various, but the
The,
owners are
the,
Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro.
so imagine that Ben Shapiro goes to Jeremy and tell him, "Hey, I want to do an animation," and the guy say, "No, slow it down, buddy." It wouldn't work. So what he
They
gotta just
actually
say, "Go
did.
ahead." They
They
go
actually
ahead and crash and born. But first of all, you're not gonna be calling me 7 times a day because you're bored. And if you haven't got the joke, is what he told me today in the meeting. But whatever. Let me just make a special note for this. 2006, it was a reality show that has Jason Newsted, ex-bass player from Metallica, Tommy Lee, in that time ex-player from drummer from Motley Crue. Now they got back together. Dave Navarro, and the point of the reality show was called Rockstar Supernova. They're supposed to find the singer from the new band Supernova. That's gonna be in the bass, Jason, and the drums Tommy, and in the guitar Dave Navarro. Dude, they were such good. They fuck it up in my perception because the guy that's supposed to win was Ryan Starr, and they give the prize. The people vote for Lucas Rossi. So Lucas Rossi was a great singer, but he didn't have the rockstar charisma, and Supernova never deployed. If they keep Ryan Starr, today we'll have albums for Supernova. Ryan Starr, he did a song, and I highly recommend people to look Ryan Starr, Losing My Religion. Just him in a reimagining song of Losing My Religion, that it was amazing. But I have a couple of things that I need to say before we leave. People, please go and watch Speak No Evil. John McAvoy is unreal, dude.
It looks so good.
It's unreal, and I was so grateful to go to the premiere. You guys know that I go to movies a lot. It was such a good feeling because I went there to the pre-review. I was there on I remember what day, but it was before the preview, and I was there by myself. I think it was the test, the film test, dude. I was so into the movie that I look right and left, and I'm by myself. So I'm like, oh my dear God, something is gonna happen here, right? So, it was a really good movie. I highly recommend it. I didn't know that it was a remake, but I don't dislike any of this one. I think that is a great movie, and you gotta go and watch it. And like I always tell everyone, just go and enjoy the movie. You don't need to criticize. You don't need to tell us how amazing or the lighting. This is a movie that you need to just enjoy, right? And a special mention today, I'm looking for John Batista in the Killer's Game. What a great time, guys. I haven't had fun and excitement with a so obvious movie, but just let me tell you the premises. He's like the best hitman in Europe. He falls in love, so he's thinking of retiring, but he's been feeling a little ill. So he goes to the doctor, and the doctor tells him that he got 3 months to live. So what he does to leave all his money and the insurance money to the girlfriend that he just met, because he's alone in the world, right? He goes and hired his enemy, right? The other person that hires the hitmans to kill, so he can kill him. This is in the trailers. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
And after he said at midnight, sorry, you can just give me till midnight. And at 11:59, the doctor called and say, "Hey, we made a mistake, but let's check your eyes. You're not dying." So now he got escaped from every hitman in Europe. It's such a good, funny movie. Dave Bautista nailed it. I love what he did. He's funny. his action. Remember, uh, Don't Back Down. What is the name of Boyka? Remember Boyka?
For
In
Don't Back Down or Never Back Down?
Never Back Down, the second one, when he fight in Russia to the bad guy Boyka. And then they make a spin-off of all his career.
Is that
Never
Michael
Back
Jai
Down.
White?
I don't remember who Boyka is because I know him by
Oh,
Boyka.
Boyka. Oh,
Boyka is the
shit.
name of the character.
Yeah.
Well, he's in this movie too, and because it's a bloody, gory movie, but it's Yuri Boyka is the name. Scott Adkins. Anyway, highly recommend the movie, people. If you want to go and have a good time, you wouldn't believe it, but it's just a fun movie to watch. That will be my recommend. Oh, of course, musical recommendation. I don't think I need to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Vanilla Ice, fucking deal. Giant Sleeper, their new album is out. Please share it, listen to it, and a little luck and a little support of your part, and they could tour with Again and Forever next year. I think that it will be a great mix.
It
right?
would.
It will. It's depend of Dry Splash, but yeah, we're almost there, people. I'm ready, Jake. Are you ready to leave?
I am.
You're tired. I know,
tired.
brother. I know, but we did good. We did exactly 1 hour and 41 minutes. Audience gonna love them. Thank you so much, Jake. I need to go and feed Ciego Luna, better aka Ozzy Osbourne. Thank you so much, Jake. It was a great show. Thank you, Virus. You're amazing. I didn't have to mention it.
Virus. You're amazing.
Have a good one, audience. We haven't done this in a while,
We
but I think
haven't.
we haven't. So before we leave, thank you everyone. Please share, like, and let's roll up.